Hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. So it's just going to be a general reading. Let's see what we're going to talk about today. Awareness. So someone needs to start being aware of what is going on around them. It feels like purposeful, like ignorance, like avoiding looking at the truth. So that's where we'll start, and we'll see what the message is today. Harmony, obstacles and challenges. So whoever this reading is for, there is a relationship that's having problems and you are not recognizing what the actual problem is. It's either you're not seeing the truth, you just don't know the truth. Oh, look at that. Memories of love and harmony in reverse. The reason is because in the past, it was a loving relationship, but now things have changed. So it's like you don't want to accept the new state of being. You want to accept the old, which no longer exists. I think that's what we struggle with as humans. It's like we don't want to accept that over time things change. It's inevitable. It happens. Nothing stays the same forever. Emotional loss in reverse. Again, harmony coming out again in reverse. Yeah, it's like the love is gone and you don't want to let it go. And this could be romantic, this could be friendship, any relationship. The good feelings that used to be present have left the building. And it's like you don't want to accept it, or you're not seeing it. This wanted to come flying out. Foundations and achievements. This card makes me feel like it was never love. It's like wanted it to be love, but it was never love. Trapped in fear in reverse, and obstacles and challenges. And it's, I think what you've been telling yourself is that, they're commitment phobic, or, rationalizations. But the truth is, the obstacles and the challenges, which the card showed, is the truth. The reason that there are problems is because it's not meant to be. So let go of the rationalizations even though it's scary, and accept the truth. Which is hard, because we want what we want, but sometimes what we want isn't what we need. Hope and sacral chakra in reverse, which is like, I want. Yeah, it's like, I want to hold on to hope. I really love this person. I really care for this person. I really treasure this relationship. But some people just are not meant to be in your life forever. This is just going to be a little quick one. Shadow. There's secrets. There's something about this relationship that's like two-faced. Like good on the surface, but like secrets that are hid in the closet. The truth of the relationship is not all the way out there. Conflict, and that's why there's conflict and defeat. That's why there's problems, because there's secrets. Fertility. Balance. Need a better camera, guys. Spiritual strength. Okay, so what this is basically saying to me is, when things in a relationship grow and it's okay, it's because it's being helped by the divine, is what I call it. When there's conflict, that is a signal from the higher ups that there is a problem. So it's like warning signs that it's like when there's conflict, you can't ignore it. It's a signal that there is a problem. In this case, it's because there's secrets. And I think it like takes, like this card says, take strength to accept that there's a problem, because I think we're just like naturally inclined to want things to work, so we make excuses. So it takes spiritual strength to accept, hey look, there's an issue here and it needs to be addressed and not, swept under the carpet. Temptation. The feeling that I'm getting from this is like a romance addict, or like a sex addict. like in love with love. That's what I'm getting from this. Foundations and achievements. It's like I'm in love with love. But there's gotta be like some sort of standard. There's gotta be like, you know what I mean? There's gotta be like, you just can't jump into relationships because you're in love with love. There are crazy people out in the world who are out there to harm you. So it's like you gotta show some sort of discretion. It's like recognize the red flags. There's conflict, that's a problem. Trapped in fear. It's like a fear of being alone. You cannot fear being by yourself. It's okay to be alone. Because like you get into a relationship simply for the sake of not being lonely, you end up inviting the wrong person into your life. You can't be desperate, basically. Moving on. Yeah, like I love the honeymoon phase, basically. And then I did ship. It's like a waste of time. Someone is in a relationship that is wasting their time, and they're in that relationship simply because they don't want to be alone. Even though the relationship is crap. Well, you know. And the reason it's crap is because someone in the relationship is like living a double life. Passion ignited. This reading is like screaming, I'm, desperate for love. The thought of like having a happy home, having a happy relationship, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning, which is fine, but it's gotta be with the right person. This is not like my last reading. My last reading, it was like, we have a good relationship and then it goes bad. This is not this. This is, we have a relationship and it's starting off bad. And we're fighting. But you're fighting because there's an issue, and that issue is that there's secrets. Rest and rejuvenate. It's basically, you have to deal with this fear of being alone. You have to choose your mental health over this fear of being alone. And that it takes work. It takes strength to overcome your fears. But that's the point of this reading. It's like you're fearing being alone, so you're accepting this crap relationship, But what's more important is your mental health, which is going to be compromised in this relationship. So the divine wants you to say, choose your mental health over your fear. Choose your fear of loneliness, or do not choose your fear of loneliness. Choose your mental well-being. Suffering in silence. You rush into relationships. You realize they're bad. It's coming through here. Rushing into relationships, you realize they're bad, then you gotta let them go, and then you suffer. And it's all it all comes to naught, and then you're in pain. So what the divine wants you to know is do not rush into relationships. Solitude. It's like you want nothing more than to have a good relationship and build a life. And this is even friendship. Have a good friendship. Have a bestie. And that's what gets you up and out of the bed in the morning. But sometimes it's better to just be alone. In this relationship that is causing you all this conflict, all of this pain, is not worth it. In this case, it's better to be alone. Discontent and boredom. And that's it. It's like you have to learn how to be alone and comfortable in your own skin and enjoy life. You don't need someone else to make you happy. You can be happy with yourself. Financial and material changes. So this card makes me feel like this is like, I think, a romance that has started in the workplace. So whoever this reading is for, a romance that started in the workplace that immediately, or a friendship that started in the workplace, and it has immediately evolved into conflict. And you don't want to accept it because you want this to work, because you're lonely. But the divine is saying, let it go. There's things about this relationship that you don't know. There's conflict for a reason. Yes, you want this life, or you want this friendship, but because you're lonely, because you're bored, because you need some excitement in your life, but you are going to end up regretting it. Big chakra. New beginnings. Move on. Move on. Memories of love. Yeah, it's like I feel like this card is making me feel like I've had success in the past with my romances in the workplace, but I don't think that's being advised here at all. It's a no. And I'm also feeling like because there's this history of rushing into relationships, there's been a loss of money. Literal loss of money, because there's this fantasy that you need to have love in your life. And yes, it's good, but it's not good if you're with the wrong person. Patience and planning. Yeah, it's like this is basically saying show some discretion. Put up some boundaries. Make some rules when it comes to rushing into relationships. It's good to have a goal, want a desire, seek after that, but you have to have boundaries. You have to have rules. You can't just accept anyone into your life willy-nilly. You are important. You are valuable. It's like you don't need to settle, just because the world says that you're supposed to have this thing to be successful. It's not, it's not a requirement to have a successful life that you must have a relationship or you must be popular. No. You are valuable no matter who's in your life. And I think that's the lesson. Because you are so valuable, you have to show discretion. Not everyone gets to access you. Third eye chakra. Yeah, move on. Let this relationship go. There's fighting. There's issues. It's a signal. It's not the right relationship for you. And you want to know why? Because there's some sort of double life going on, which I feel like once you leave, you will know what it is. So that's the end of the reading. Please let me know in the comment section what you guys like to watch, what you want to see in the future, and so on. And I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.